Good morning, I hope you're all doing well. I watched a video a couple days ago on somebody installing the Aero kit, and I wanted to do my own just to show you just how simple it can be. This is a Zeus 2, it's very similar on a Zeus 1. First, you've got the factory nut. Now, if you have the specialty spanner wrench to pop that loose, make quick work of it. I don't have it. I've looked around, I don't know what size it is. So typically what I use is a brass punch so I won't mar up the steel, brass hammer, tap, pop it loose. Okay, now is where I do it a little different than what I saw in the video the other day. I got the nut loose. I don't run it any further because it runs into the air tank. So what I do is I hold this nut, break the barrel loose. Now I start removing the barrel. I don't let the nut move because the nut will run into the air container very, very quickly. So the barrel's moving without the nut moving. I'm just holding it in place, running the barrel loose. And if I had thought about this beforehand, I would have run it most of the way out because this takes a minute. But you may be able to see threads are appearing there, so the barrel is coming out. Talk amongst yourself, get a cup of coffee, something. It's a lot of threads, a lot of very fine threads. But the alternative, the way I saw it the other day, was they pull the gun apart and pull the air canister and everything else, and that's just it's a lot of work. So I prefer simple, prefer doing it this way. As you can see, by this point, most of the threads are now out, so I'm getting very, very close. There we go. So barrel's out. Did not have to take the gun apart. Did not have to pull the air canister off. So now I've got the adapter. I just got in 50 sets of the Aero launcher, so I've got a lot of these. I haven't even blued this yet, but I wanted to go ahead and do this video. So here we go. We've got a 50 cal barrel, 495. I'm gonna run it in. Now, I'm not using Loctite or anything. What you might want to do is run it in without Loctite at first, get everything set. And then if you're going to use the piece that can screw onto the front of the bolt so that you get a second seal on that barrel, what you want to do is get it in there, shut it, and then adjust that barrel and figure out what feels real good, because bottomed out, it'll probably be a hair too tight. Figure out what you like, maybe even mark the barrel, pull it, add a drop of Loctite, put it back together. But for now, I'm going to show you just a quick and simple way of doing it. Okay, so factory nut is gone. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to go with a new nut just because it's simpler. You can put a wrench on it. So 12 gauge barrel goes away, or 72 cal. New adapter, again, not blued yet, but it will be. The one you get will be blued just like the nut is. So we get it started there, and as simple as that. I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to hold that nut in place so it doesn't try to screw in, and in screws the adapter. Now, very much like the other one, it's got a ton of thread, so this is going to take a minute. But I am getting there. Threads are disappearing into the gun. That's a good sign. There we go. Be getting close enough here in a bit that we'll check the bolt and see how we're setting. But the bottom line is this is so much easier than yanking the whole gun apart and then worrying about crimping one of the seals and having a leak down problem or something like that. We're getting pretty close. Once those threads disappear, I'll know I'm getting just about there. Threads are almost gone. Close enough that I want to check the bolt. Not quite there yet, but I'm getting very, very close. Basically, the adapter bottoms out. It's the barrel that you adjust. And once the adapter bottoms out, you'll have a tight seal on the bolt front. So let's get that unlocked there. There we go. So we now have a tight seal on the bolt front. You can see the adapter is just coming through there. So that's proper. That's where you want to see that at. It's engaging the seal right there. Now, if you wanted to, you can unscrew this. Yeah. Of course, it's a little snug. There we go. It just screws on. It's easy enough to do. And this works only on the 495. I am going to be building these for the 457 and the 51 cal. And the reason it's kind of important is you look at this end and fairly small hole, but you look at this end, it's large and tapered. So what happens is the air doesn't hit a wall and then go down through a smaller hole. It's tapered down to fit the barrel. And you have this seal surface for the seal for the Zeus seal for the adapter, this seal surface from the 50 cal barrel. So it's a dual seal if you're firing 495. The one I like best. I like the 457 and 51 cal too, but I like this best. So then this replaces it. And again, if you're leaving it on semi-permanent, go ahead and use a drop of Loctite. Perfect fit this time. Normally I have to adjust the barrel just a hair and get it right. So why am I showing you this? Well, one, I just got in 50 of these, which means I have 50 sets of these for sale. And I'd love to sell them. As the kit shows, if you buy the kit, you get 3 arrows with it. But I've come up with a new penetrator round. This round, nice and pointy. It's actually rather sharp. This is soft lead. By the end of this week, I'll also be building them as a dual alloy. The front portion will be a super hard lead, 30% antimony. That's approaching mild steel strength. It's very, very strong. The rest of the body will be soft lead, so it's going to perform just like a pellet, and it will just knock a hole through stuff. I will include 25 of these with this sale for, the next month or so. If you end up buying the arrow kit from me in 495, you'll get the adapter, and you'll get 25 of these as well. So just to let you know. But anyway, if you've been thinking about buying one of these, you saw a video, you saw somebody tear this thing apart, having to take the gun completely apart. I didn't tighten the nut there. So you tighten this and then wrench it shut. If you saw them take the wood stock off and the air tube off and you decided I didn't want to go that far, keep in mind, you can do it just like I just showed you, where you take it loose and don't take it all apart and change out one barrel, change another. All you have to do, since this isn't tight yet, is keep the nut in free flow. If you run it about 5 turns, you hit the air tube. You run it back, you hit this. Break it loose, 2 fingers hold it in place while the barrel goes in, barrel goes out, take the old barrel off, put the new barrel on. You have the whole process done, and I'm guessing we did this in less than 10 minutes. So nice and simple to do. Anyway, if you have any questions, please let me know. Hope you all have a great day. Take care.